Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video, and welcome back, Year 3. I hope you've been enjoying these lessons you've been doing with me and hopefully learning a little bit. Okay, today we're going to be continuing looking at some English work. We're going to be continuing to look at some punctuation work. Okay, carrying on with what we were doing yesterday. Yesterday, we were looking at apostrophes, and I asked that question right at the end. Why else do we use apostrophes? I wonder if any of you were able to find me an answer. But first of all, let's get our brains warmed up for an English lesson, and bear with me while I share my screen. So here we are, back an English lesson with Mr. Cameron, focusing on the book The Way Home for Wilf. The Way Home for Wolf, sorry there, Wilf is his name. Okay, our first video we're going to have, our warm-up video, is a word search. I loved word searches when I was your age. I used to always race my brothers, to see who could find the words the quickest. And believe it or not, I was pretty quick. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to pause the video here and see if you can just use your finger by pointing on the screen where those words are. Let's read through them first so you know what they are. This word is other. Next word, mother, brother, nothing, fossil, and nostril. Okay, pause the video here and see if you can find those words. Go. Good luck. Okay, how did you go? I do love word searches. Let's see how you went. Did you find the word other? It was going diagonal there, very tricky. The word mother in the middle, well done. Fantastic work. Brother, fantastic, well done. Nothing. Ooh, nothing was a tricky one. Just underneath mother. Fossil, up there. And nostril, really, really tricky, starting from the bottom corner, going upwards. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're now ready to get into some learning. So today, we're going to be using apostrophes to show possession. That's the other reason we can use apostrophes. So let's revisit what we learned yesterday. Apostrophes are used in contractions. Contraction means to make a word shorter, to make something shorter. And the apostrophe is used to take the place of missing letters. So for do not, we have don't. What letter is missing? The letter O there. And so I put an apostrophe in there. Okay, let's have a quick look, see if you can find some contractions in this passage. I'll read it out for you, then pause the video and point to the contractions here. The boys couldn't believe their luck. They'd only just started playing when somebody kicked Tom's ball too hard and it went over the fence. I'm not getting it, said Tom. I didn't do it, so I'm not getting it either, said Musa. Suddenly, Harry's face turned red. Okay, pause the video here and let's see if you can point to the contractions. Go. Okay, welcome back. How did you go? Did you find those contractions? Let's have a look. There they are there. The boys could not believe their luck. They had only just started playing when somebody kicked Tom's ball too hard and it went over the fence. I am not getting it, said Tom. I did not do it, so I am not getting it either, said Musa. Suddenly, Harry's face turned red. Now, I wonder if you've noticed there's two other apostrophes in there. Just here. Tom's and Harry's. Now, they're not contractions. Suddenly, when somebody kicked Tommy's ball, Tom has ball. No, that doesn't sound right. Why are they apostrophes then? That's right, we're looking at apostrophes for possession, so they must be possessive apostrophes. Let's have a look. So Tom's ball, Harry's face. That's what we've got here. Tom's ball, Harry's face. These are called possessive apostrophes. They show that something belongs to someone or something. Okay, I like to name them as owner and object. You have an owner and you have an object. I suppose sometimes it's not really an object. Okay, sometimes it could be something different, which you'll come and see in a second. Okay, so here let's have a look at Tom's ball. Tom is the owner, the ball is the object. So it's Tom's ball. Harry's face. Harry's the owner. What does Harry own? He owns his face. So we have our owner first and then our object afterwards. That is how we use possessive apostrophes. Let's continue. Let's have a look at some of these pictures here and see if you can work out an owner and an object. I'll move my face down the bottom here just so we can see it. So here, the bear owns the cave. Well, now he does anyway. It used to be the wolves. Wilf owns his footprints, or he owns his shadow. The narwhal owns a tusk, and Wilf owns a howl. Now that's the tricky one there. And a howl isn't an object, but it's something you can still own. Okay. So how would I write these using possessive apostrophes? Remember, trying to have my owner first and then my object next. So the bear owns the cave. So I write the bear's cave. And you can see I've got an apostrophe S to show that the bear owns the cave. Wilf's footprints. Let's have a look. Wilf's footprints. Apostrophe S and then footprints. My owner, my object. Or Wilf's shadow. Wilf, apostrophe S, shadow. That's how we use possessive apostrophes. Pause the video here and I want you to see if you can write two sentences, okay, for the narwhal owns a tusk and Wilf owns a howl. Pause. Okay, welcome back. How did you go? Let's check. The narwhal's tusk. Have you got that possessive apostrophe and the S next to it? The owner and then the object. Well done if you had. If not, that's okay. Let's see if you can fix it up now. Let's see. Wilf owns a howl. Wilf's howl. My owner, my object. My owner has a possessive apostrophe. Excellent work. Okay, now I've asked you to find a teddy and some objects. Now, I'm at home at the moment, if you haven't noticed, the different background. So I've had to steal one of my son's teddies. Shh, don't tell him too much. Here he comes here. It's Peter Rabbit. I love Peter Rabbit. Have you seen the Peter Rabbit movie? I think it's hilarious. I love the way they've been able to make those animations. But getting sidetracked. So here's Peter Rabbit. He is going to be my owner. I've also had to steal some of my son's toys. So shh, don't tell him that either. So let's have a look. Here's Peter Rabbit. What does Peter Rabbit own here? Peter Rabbit owns a torch. So I could have Peter's torch. Peter, apostrophe S, torch. Peter's torch. Well done. Now Peter, he's a tricky little rabbit. He's also very clever. Peter actually owns a phone as well. So I have Peter's phone. Peter, apostrophe S, phone. Peter's phone. Now, Peter loves going outside, loves taking pictures of nature. So what does he need? He needs a camera as well. I have Peter's camera. Peter, apostrophe S, camera. Peter's camera. What I want you to do with your different objects is to use your owner and your object to write a couple of phrases using a possessive apostrophe. Pause the video now while you have a go. Don't forget, use that possessive apostrophe owner, possessive apostrophe S, then the object. Good luck. How did you go with that? Have a quick look at your work. Have you got your owner? Have you got the possessive apostrophe? Have you got the S? Have you got the object? If so, well done. Let's continue with our learning. So here we are. Here I am back down in the corner there. Find it a little bit strange being down there in the corner, but that's okay. Let's have a look at our next slide. Oh, if my computer will work. So here now I've got a couple of sentences, and I want you to rewrite them so it includes a possessive apostrophe to show possession. Okay, so Charlie is looking at the hoop that Isla owns. Here's my owner. Here's my object. Isla owns the hoop. So how do I write it? Charlie is looking at Isla's hoops. So I'll need Isla apostrophe S hoop. Let's see if I can do it. Charlie is looking at Isla's hoop. Well done. Okay, so here is some of your sentences. I think I've got 6 sentences there. I ate a big slice of the cake that Tim owns. Tim owns the cake. My owner, my object. These are the presents that Alina owns. Alina is my owner and she owns the presents. Chloe got paint in the hair that Luna owns. Luna is my owner. She owns the hair. After playing all day, I had to lie down on the sofa that Derek owns. Derek is my owner. He owns a sofa. I washed the car that my uncle owns. My uncle is the owner, and he owns an object, which is the car. Serena broke the necklace that her mum owns. Mum is the owner, and the object is the necklace. Pause the video here and see if you can rewrite these sentences so it has a possessive apostrophe. If you need help, remember, look back up here at my example and making sure your owner goes first, apostrophe S, and then the object. Good luck. Hello, how did you go? 6 sentences there trying to use possessive apostrophes. Are you ready to mark it? You've been working so well. Let's go. I ate a big slice of Tim's cake. Well done. Tim is my owner. His cake is the object, possessive apostrophe. These are Alina's presents. Alina is my owner. Parents is the object. I said presents before. Pardon my mistake. Okay, next one. Chloe got paint in Luna's hair. Luna is my owner. She owns her hair. Possessive apostrophe there. After playing all day, I had to lie down on Derek's sofa. Derek is my owner. The object is the sofa. Possessive apostrophe. I washed the car that my uncle owns. I washed my uncle's car. Uncle is the owner. Object is the car. Possessive apostrophe. Serena broke the necklace that her mum owns. Serena broke her mum's necklace. Okay, mum is the owner. Necklace is the object. Mum's has a possessive apostrophe and then the S. Well done. Give yourself some ticks if you're able to get that right. Okay, if you got all 6 right, let's do an air high five. Yes, good work. So let's go through what have we learned today. Apostrophes are used for contractions and can also be used to show possession. Someone owns something. We need an owner and an object for possessive apostrophes. Someone needs to own something, okay? And the owner has an apostrophe and an S after it. Wilf's pride was hurt. Wilf is the owner, and what does he own? Pride. Again, it's not an object, but it helps me to think that he has to own something. The bear's cub was were snuggling with their mother. It should be the bear's cubs were snuggling with their mother. Grammar mistake there. Sorry about that, boys and girls. But again, I have an owner and I've got an object there, a possessive apostrophe. Okay. Possessive apostrophes can be really tricky to use, boys and girls, okay? But if you can always remember, owner object. I call them OO sentences, okay? If you can remember that, you will go really well. I know it's tricky, so what I might do is another lesson tomorrow for you, again, just to consolidate that use of possessive apostrophes. Thank you so much for working hard. I hope you've learned something, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.